Hey guys! Alright, so we've got a last chance for this foundation. Okay, I put on a primer today, which I don't normally do. I've got the Hard Candy Sheer Envy, some kind of primer. I'll put it in the description. But this shade is remarkably pinky orange of this foundation. This is the Revolution XX Skin Love, something like that. Liquid Skin, I think it is. Yeah, Liquid Skin Foundation Double Fix Foundation. It's supposed to be long lasting and all that, but this is it's just not working for me. I'm just gonna say that. It's, if you're used to using primers, this is one of those silicone primers, so it did help it look better, but I just don't like the way silicone primers feel on my skin. I'm just not, it's just not for me. I'm just gonna say that. But if you're looking for a foundation that's got a little bit higher coverage, it's not remarkably long lasting, and the shade, as I mentioned, very pinky. It's a weird shade. I'll put everything in the description so you can kind of get an idea of what it is, and you can tell like it's obviously a bit too light for me. I could have mixed my yellow mixer in with it, but I just was like, it's just not for me, so I'm not going to go through too much effort to get it looking perfect, and I get it to look decent enough for the look that I'm doing today. It's not that expensive. I'll put everything in the description, but I use the Morphe, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. Morphe Fluidity Concealer first. This is another Revolution concealer that I'm putting just right in this area to sort of camouflage that bag that I have, which it didn't camouflage it as well as I would have liked. But we're doing the best we can. And since this is a Pinterest eyes kind of tutorial slash trial, I'll try and put a picture of what we're trying to create somewhere around here so you can kind of get an idea of what we're trying to do. We'll just see if I'm too old to pull this off. We'll just see how it goes. And I'm using this Wet n Wild. I think it's called something vinyl. I'll put it in the description. But it's got that beautiful pine green sort of color, bluish green accent color. Real pretty. All these shadows just blended out real great. This Wet n Wild color icon palettes, I think they're called, they're just really good quality. Really good. Very easy to work with. If you're not a makeup artist, if you're just a regular everyday girl, you cannot go wrong with these palettes. They are such good quality. They're very inexpensive, and everything's just right there. Like I always say, if you want to succeed every time with your eyeshadows, just do a gradient of color, light, medium, and then your deepest shade. And if you have even 4 colors, you can still just go light, medium, darker, darker, darkest, you know. I'm just going to use this brush to pat the deepest blue-green shade all over my eyelid, and we're going to try and wing this out a little bit. It should be pretty self-explanatory, everything that's going on here. Now again, ladies, I am not a makeup artist, so if I can do this, anybody can do this. We're just trying to wing that color out. A little bit of a winged shape. It's supposed to, I mean, I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but my idea of it was not too perfect, but still to have that sort of winged out effect from the shadow. Now when I'm looking in my mirror, it's looking very saturated, the color. It's not looking patchy at all. But now that I'm doing the voiceover, I feel like I could have used a bit more saturation of that lid shade. And I'm just checking every so often to see if I've got any fall down, which I did not have. I don't think I had any, but I would just use the sponge to sort of clean up the edge. And I'm using this little smudging brush to make the shape. And this is a pretty bold makeup look today, so I wasn't going anywhere today, so I had sort of the freedom to make this bold eye look and not have to worry about people staring at me or whatever if I was out in society, you know. This is a pointed blending brush, It's from Profusion Cosmetics, and it works really good if you need a little bit more control or a little bit more detail and precise placement. Same thing with that little BH Cosmetics brush. Smaller brush, gives you a bit more control. But the point is not to have a harsh shape. It's supposed to be a little bit blurred and smudgy looking, so like a subtle wing shape. I liked the way this turned out, and I loved the colors. But I feel like if you wanted to just do this look with sort of less effort, you could just stop at that deepest shade being on your lid right there instead of trying to wing it out. And there I'm just sort of perfecting the shape. And if you just smudged a little bit on the on your lower lash line, you would still have a sort of finished look, but it would just not be as winged out, a little bit less dramatic. Get some brows on. I'll put all the products in the description so I don't have to keep talking about them, but I really do like this brow pencil from She Glam. It's a newer one, but I do like it. Now I'm going to put on a bronzer, which I never do. I never use bronzer, but I do find that like with bold looks like this, it's a good idea to sort of have some color on the rest of your face instead of just eyes, lips, and cheeks, you know, as far as like blush. It just helps it to sort of blend in and not look so harsh, so that you like have these crazy bold eyes and then just blush and just lips. And I'm going to use this peachy toned blush. This is called the I cannot talk today. Nude Look Baked Trio, I think it's called. I got it on Amazon. Again, everything will be in the description if you're see anything that you like or are interested in. And I finally learned how to link stuff, so I'll link it for you guys. This is, I think this is Discontinued Revolution palette, and we're just going to pop a little bit of that gold. I had a choice between this or glitter, and I was like, let's just do the shimmer instead of the glitter. But it just makes a pop of color in the middle there. It's not as difficult as doing like a true cut crease or anything like that, but it still gives you that same effect. Nude lip, my favorite. And there you have it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ding that bell. See you next time.